Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Midnight crisis. Feeling down. I went to bed early tonight. 9:20 p.m. I am emotionally drained and just wanted some sleep. I lay there in the dark, exhausted, but couldn't stop my thoughts. I figured I'd try masturbating. Couldn't hurt, right? I kept thinking about the crazy sex we had while hysterically bonding. I wonder how and why you let that happen. Weren't you concerned I wasn't in my right mind? Weren't you concerned that it wasn't healthy for me to want to duck you after finding out how absolutely horrible you had been to me for the past 4 months? How could you not stop me and ask if I was okay? I was clearly coping in an unhealthy way. In the moment we seemed close, I made love to you. I ducked you. I fulfilled your fantasies. I wept. I can't sleep. It's 2:15 a.m. and I'm stressing about money. About your kids. About being alone. I can't stop crying. This pit in my stomach feels like it's filled with acid and it's slowly eating up everything inside me. I stress about work. I haven't been able to go more than a few hours without losing it. I'm embarrassing myself. I'm forced to share what you did to me to explain my behavior. I'm demoralized. I feel so sick and so sad. You've only had to be without me for 24 hours. You took away the last 2 years from me. You spoiled every moment now that I have context. I can't calm myself down. I want to call you so badly. I need strength and I just can't find it. I hate this so much. I'm so tired. I'll bet you're sleeping soundly at the hotel. I'm sure you're stressing about money and the kids too. But the difference is that you did this to yourself and I had this done to me. You say you want to reconcile and you'll do whatever it takes, however long it takes. I needed you for 2 years. I relied on you. I trusted you. I worked past my worst instincts that screamed don't get close. People duck you over when you let them in. Tell me how this gets better. Tell me what tangible physical steps you can take that will give me the strength to go on. Tell me what will help me sleep. Tell me how to stop sobbing. I am so sad and so angry. I am so alone in this bed that I bought for myself before I met you. I loved this house before I met you. I loved to be here alone. Now the echoes of my sobs make this place depressing and cold. I feel as alone as I did after the second miscarriage. Begging you to hold me and tell me everything is going to be okay. You weren't there for me when I needed you the most. You were selfish. You aren't here for me now, and that's your fault too. Tell me what fixing this looks like. Tell me how to get past this darkness and into a future that has some hope. The sexual trauma of hysterical bonding. Reflections. I was thinking about how for the first week after D-Day I found myself very open with my WH. I had learned our whole relationship was based on lies and that he had violated our wedding vows by having an EA for 4 months, all before we hit our 1-year anniversary. In the trauma of these revelations I found myself opening up like crazy. We had a lot of sex during those days. Screaming, followed by sobbing and being held, followed by me fulfilling every one of his never-before-explored sexual fantasies. I want to be clear and say that I initiated every time. I was not forced or coerced. But, now that I have some time and distance, okay, 28 hours isn't that much but still, I can't help but feel really violated and taken advantage of. I was really vulnerable. I was clearly processing major trauma. I was hysterical and having violent mood swings. Did he really think it was appropriate to have sex? Even if I initiated and took the wheel, shouldn't he have said, Kate, you need to process this. Let's let sex wait? He destroyed all of the trust I had in him. Isn't that something you need to have in someone you have sex with? I know my emotional well-being and decisions I make are my responsibility. But in those moments I was without sleep or food. I was overwhelmed. I was hysterical. I was clearly experiencing major trauma and grief. I was drunk on this tragedy and completely incapacitated by it. If he cares about me as much as he claims, shouldn't he have stopped me or thought to himself, this seems really unhealthy for her? I guess he hadn't been looking out for my best interests for at least 4 months. And getting caught wouldn't suddenly make him start doing that. But am I right here in feeling violated and taken advantage of? I feel like I was a drunk girl in a bar and he went with it and said, "You want to do what?" Oh duck yeah. Maybe I did this to myself. Sex used to be how I coped with pain. Sex was my therapy for years. If he knew that, should he have recognized that and tried to stop me? Am I trying to take blame for something that is on him? Am I at fault? Were his actions predatory? Heading into my first IC session to hopefully get some help and relief. I am a literal mess. Feeling down. I'm so anxious. My life is falling apart. When self-care means not caring. Reflections. My therapist told me tonight that I need to stop focusing on you. Period. I need to take care of myself. I need to drink water. I need to take time off work. I need to eat food and sleep. She told me it's okay that I'm processing this so violently. This isn't simple infidelity, it's the discovery that my spouse lied about who he was and where he was in life. This loss is physical, financial, emotional, psychological, and theoretical. It's the loss of our future and the loss of trust. My safe space is gone. I have been violated. I'm mourning the loss of the family we had and the family we tried to have. I lost my best friend. She told me I'm handling this the same way anyone else would be handling this. She said that my addiction to my WH's blog and status updates needs to be curbed. She said the reason I can't stop missing him and wanting him around is because I'm not accepting what actually happened here. She said I'm in denial because I haven't stopped letting him impact me. I haven't given myself enough space to really process the hurt he's caused. She said I need to start accepting how toxic this situation has become and really give myself the distance from him. I need to process things properly. Stop checking in. Stop asking if he's okay. Focus on me. Do not speak to him. Do not see him. Mourn the loss of our life together and take care of me. It's been a very long time since anyone has. Haven't slept more than 3 concurrent hours since D-Day. Reflections. It's 4 a.m. I fell asleep relatively easily, considering. 3 a.m. I was abruptly snapped awake by the magnetic piece on the outside of the fish tank we set up together vibrating loudly. I was disoriented and scared until I realized what the issue was. I tried to go back to sleep but couldn't stop thinking about you. Was the hotel bed comfortable? Do you have clean clothes? Are you awake too? I haven't been able to eat much. It feels good not turning to food in times of stress, but it also feels like I'm dying day by day, this pit in my stomach slowly spreading. The guys came yesterday to install a whole home generator. Having that expense to cover by myself now is overwhelming. They came and dug a 2-foot deep trench in the front yard that goes under the fence. It's going to stay there for a week. Now I have the constant paranoia that the dogs are going to escape the yard or that a coyote will be able to get in. I used my folding table to cover the hole. I hope it works. That was the table I used to start my seeds. The garden is the least of my troubles now. I feel so damaged by you. I keep replaying every special moment from our life together and viewing it from the lens of this person lied to me from day one. Every milestone or special date or event is now reframed as X number of days from your actual divorce or intentionally opted to hide relevant milestones from me. Your lack of conscience is terrifying. How were you able to appear so calm and happy while living a lie? Only advertise the product you are selling, be lion. I let Bones sleep in the bed with me. I hate it, but I'm terrified being here alone. I never felt that way before I met you. Kenzie is in Bones' crate. She's sick. She needs to go to the vet. I want her to sleep somewhere comfortable. I wonder if she knows you're gone. SJ has been my rock. She said I've always made good decisions and that she respected me. Now I can't do what's healthy for me at all. I need to be reminded to eat and drink and sleep. I can't stop obsessing about you, worrying how you are, what your journal says, how the kids are. I can't do my job. I can't focus on anything. I am a complete and total mess, and it's been almost 2 weeks. It's only been 48 hours of no contact. I found a way to message you without you seeing it. I have an outlet I can dump my hate and anger on. Maybe someday you'll see it. Maybe someday I'll show you where it is. Maybe you've already seen it. Time will tell. You paid me money towards the bills today. It was nice to see you doing that on your own. It gave me a small glimmer of hope. But then I remembered the situation I'm in. I have to take unpaid leave because my life has crumbled around me and I can't function. I have new appliances we were supposed to pay for together that we bought as anniversary presents to one another. At least I haven't had to buy groceries. At the rate I'm eating, I will probably be able to last a few more weeks. I wonder how hard it is for you not to talk to me. For as much as you hid and kept from me, I know full well how much I was your support system. You didn't show me all of you, but the parts you did share required nurturing and care. I wonder how long it took you to realize that gap. I wonder when you figured out just how much effort I had been putting in. I wonder if you realize that I'm struggling in a completely different way. I'm someone that was betrayed. I'm someone that struggled every day to get past my lifelong narrative of everyone you love eventually ducks you over in the end. I'm someone that completely and totally trusted you. There was never a doubt in my mind about you. I learned I was living with a complete and total stranger. I learned that my hard-fought ability to trust was proven to be useless. All of my work was instantly undone. My faith was completely betrayed. You keep writing about how you feel. You're sad. You're full of regret. You're sorry for yourself and for what you did. You are the focal point of all of your writings. You never talk about the impact your actions had or what I must be feeling. You only touch on how my absence from your life hurts you. You miss me. You need me. It's always all about you. I can appreciate that you're writing, which is critical to your healing process. I can appreciate that you've honored 48 hours of no contact. That must be hard for you. I can imagine how tired and hungry and dirty you must feel. You miss our bed, our home, your clean clothes. As I write this, I'm acutely aware of what you must be feeling. I'm sure it's one of the hardest things you've ever dealt with, especially considering you did this to yourself. That must be crippling. Do you see how I wrote that? I didn't mention how I was impacted or how I was feeling. It was all about you. That's empathy. I put myself in your shoes and experienced your pain. I show that I get you, fundamentally. I validate your feelings. I've never been this tired before. I've had insomnia over the years. I've been boiling hot in a tent for a week, dehydrated and far away from home with no ability to sleep or use a regular toilet. And I wasn't ever this tired. I was in labor for 17 hours, natural, with Kennedy, and it wasn't like this. My throat feels like I ate too much. I'm always on the verge of tears. I look at every inch two of my home and think of you. I see lists of projects we were going to do. Plans we had that now are cancelled. Dreams we had that will never be. You told me you just wanted a chance to prove to me that you can be the man I deserve. I wonder if you've actually tried to empathize with me. I wonder if you really focus on where I'm at, if you'd see a future with us together. I wonder if you'd want your daughter to keep trying with someone who made her feel like this. I wonder if you're even capable of comprehending just how much you meant to me. Or how much damage what you've done has caused. Karen has been more supportive to me than you were in nearly 9 months. She's been more kind about my miscarriages. She's put my emotional needs first. She's been there tirelessly and consistently. You're lucky she is in your kids' lives. I'll forever be in debt to her for helping me try to pick the pieces of my shattered life back up. I wept on the phone with my therapist last night. I cried like it had just happened all over again. It felt good hearing how crushed she was for me. It was validated that I'm not overreacting. She told me to not feel bad for how I'm healing. She told me I'm doing really well given the insane circumstances. I don't feel like I'm doing well. At no point in my life have I ever felt so helpless and alone. I wonder if you're awake. I made a promise to Sarah Jane and my therapist that I wouldn't check your blog. But I'm weak. I'm so weak. I am starting to realize that it's not even you I miss. You were objectively horrible to me. You disrespected me with your actions for the better part of our marriage. I think I miss the future I saw with you. The summer projects. The vacations we had yet to take. The manly tasks you do and get cocky about. The child we were going to have and raise together. My whole future was taken away and now I've got to rebuild it on my own. I weep for that life. I'll never stop hurting or mourning its passing. I wonder if you're awake right now, too. My marriage is the best thing that ever happened to me. Rant. April Fools. It's actions, not words that matter. Positive. My therapist told me I need to stop obsessing about my WS's current status, physical well-being, and mental state. We had agreed to go North Carolina for an undetermined amount of time and I was really struggling. I found myself checking his journal hourly, looking for comments or updates, and checking in with his ex-wife to see how he looked when picking up the kids. Today, even after I committed last night to delete my bookmark to his blog and stop checking it, I typed in the address because I desperately wanted to see how he was doing and what he was writing about. To my surprise, I found that his journal had been made private. This prompted me to check his Reddit account, where I found a short post commenting that he hoped making it private would make things easier on me. This is a small gesture, but it means a lot. I am struggling to find the strength to do a lot of things right now. And having this one small thing made easier does help. Now I just need to force myself to eat, drink, sleep, and leave the house. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.